Picture this. You're weaving through a lively ancient marketplace. Clay pots clatter, voices rise in barter, and the air is thick with the perfume of spices. Everywhere you look, baskets brim with seeds and leaves, treasures passed hand to hand for thousands of years. Now pause for a moment. What if some of those plants, traded long before anyone knew the word nutrition, were hiding a secret? What if they carried more omega-3 than salmon, the modern poster child for healthy fats? That revelation flips the script, doesn't it? Today, we'll uncover which plants actually outshine salmon in omega-3 content, explore exactly how much they pack per serving, and trace the surprising history of how humans first began eating them. And yes, purslane often gets whispered about as the leafy contender. But did it truly make the cut? We'll also reveal a remarkable plant oil, rich in omega-3, that might already be sitting in your kitchen. Can you guess which one it is before we get there? Stay tuned, because every twist in this story will challenge what you thought you knew about food, health, and tradition. First things first, let's find out what omega-3 actually is. So, omega-3 is a type of polyunsaturated fatty acid that your body needs but can't make on its own, so you have to get it from food. Research has shown that these fats play a major role in how your brain, eyes, and heart function. There are three main types important for humans. First is EPA, or eicosapentaenoic acid, a long-chain omega-3 strongly linked to reducing inflammation and supporting heart health. Then there is DHA, or docosahexaenoic acid, another long-chain omega-3, which is a major structural fat in the brain, eyes, and nervous system. It's essential for cognitive function, memory, and fetal brain development. And finally, there is ALA, or alpha-linolenic acid. This is a plant-based omega-3. It can be converted into EPA and DHA, but only in very small amounts. It's easy to assume salmon is the king of omega-3s, but the plant world has some heavy hitters that far surpass it in total omega-3 content. Let's take a look at the top three. First up is one of the earliest domesticated crops in human history, flaxseeds, humanity's oldest superfood. Now you know this is good when archaeologists have found flax fibers in prehistoric caves dating back 30,000 years. Ancient Egyptians used flax for linen, while the Greeks and Romans consumed the seeds for health and vitality. Flax seeds contain roughly 7 grams per ounce, which is about 14 times more omega-3 than salmon. Even 1 tablespoon contains more omega-3 than a full serving of salmon. Now this next food coming up at number 2 is chia seeds. Chia was a staple crop of the Aztecs and Mayans, prized for its ability to sustain warriors on long journeys. The word chia even comes from the Nahuatl word chian, meaning oily, a hint that ancient people already recognized its rich fat content. This ancient warrior fuel, with over 10 times more omega-3 than a serving of salmon, sits comfortably at number 2 on the list. And at number 3 is the brain-shaped omega-3 giant, walnuts. They are among the oldest tree foods known to humans, with evidence of cultivation in ancient Persia. Greek and Roman texts describe them as royal nuts, reserved for nobility. They contain 2.57 grams per ounce. That is, they contain about 5 times more omega-3 than salmon. Now, while these plants provide ALA, salmon provides EPA and DHA, which are more bioactive. Salmon is rich in EPA and DHA, which your body uses more efficiently, but the plant sources contain ALA, which your body must convert into EPA and DHA. So salmon remains the gold standard for the bioactive forms of omega-3, EPA and DHA. But in terms of total omega-3 quantity, these plants surpass it easily. So what about purslane, some of you may ask? It contains both EPA and ALA, you may say. Yes, purslane is one of the only land plants that naturally contains EPA, the same omega-3 found in salmon. That alone makes it remarkable. But its total omega-3 content is lower than salmon, so it doesn't make the more omega-3 than salmon list. Its omega-3 per serving is only 0.4 grams ALA per 100 grams, and its EPA content is 0.01 to 0.02 grams per 100 grams. Purslane has been eaten for thousands of years across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Ancient Greeks used it medicinally, while indigenous peoples in the Americas harvested it as a nutritious wild green. Now, we couldn't go any further without talking about a special oil that is the only plant source to naturally provide EPA/DHA directly. That special oil is algal oil, one of the most interesting and misunderstood sources of omega-3s. It's plant-based, incredibly potent, and in some ways even closer to the original source of omega-3s than fish. Algal oil is extracted from marine algae species such as Cryptocadinium, Nanochloropsis, and Schizochytrium, so it is naturally rich in the omega-3 fatty acids. You see, fish like salmon get their omega-3s by eating algae, so algal oil is essentially going straight to the source. Unlike plant seeds, chia, flax, walnuts, which contain ALA, algal oil provides the bioactive forms of omega-3, DHA, and EPA, the ones your brain and body use most efficiently. It's also the original source of omega-3s in the marine food chain. Like we said before, fish only contain DHA and EPA because they eat algae. So it's easy to assume salmon is the king of omega-3s, but the plant world has some heavy hitters that far surpass it in total omega-3 content. Chia, flax, and walnuts have been nourishing humans for millennia, long before we understood the science behind their benefits. Purslane, though lower in omega-3, earns a special place for being one of the only plants to naturally contain EPA. Algal oil is one of the most powerful plant-derived omega-3 sources because it provides DHA and EPA directly, just like fish. It's clean, sustainable, and often just as effective as fish oil, making it a standout option for anyone who wants the benefits of omega-3s without eating seafood. So now that you've seen how these plants can rival and even surpass salmon in omega-3, let's turn the spotlight on you. Which part of this video surprised you the most? Was it the idea that a leafy green like purslane could compete with salmon? Or that algal oil provides both EPA and DHA? Think back to your own meals. If you had to choose, would you rather get your healthy fats from the sea or from the soil? You can just type in the comments SEA or SOIL. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, your favorite plant-based sources, or even family traditions that connect back to these healthy foods. Who knows, your story might inspire someone else to look at their plate in a whole new way. If you have found this content useful, please like and share the video. And if you are new here, welcome, and please subscribe for more interesting videos like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.